Hey everyone, it's Fun Around, and my name is Jordan. This video will be for Monday's slate of games. We have 8 different games to look at. We have some tanking teams, like always, that we need to try to dodge like they are landmines. And as far as baseball goes, I talked to Mark. He didn't have anything that he felt very confident with for Sunday, so I told him don't make a video. Let's not force anything, and he agreed. We want to put out the best quality content out there, not just give you picks just to have a video out there. So he's already checked for Monday. There's still not anything that meets like his standard and his criteria. So he's already he checked for Tuesday, and there are a lot of stuff that he likes. So you will see baseball for Tuesday, and that won't be as frequent as more data comes out for the season. So that's just a beginning of the year type of thing. But talking about NBA, let's jump into the slate. I'm going to break down the games a little bit, get some matchups that I like, and then I'm going to put my plays in the pinned comment as all of them come out. It used to be you want to get the lines as quickly as possible, and then they bump up throughout the day. But now if you jump on a line too early, there might be an injury designation that hurts that line, causes like a blowout to happen, and you just don't want to be a part of it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword right now, getting a line early. But the very first game is going to be the Clippers, who are on a back-to-back at the Magic. Kawhi Leonard was out for Sunday. We will see if he plays on Monday. Cole Anthony is questionable for the Magic. He's been out for a few games now. Both teams are in the good playing game, and both teams are in the bottom 5 for pace. So not great when it comes to matchups, for scoring and assists and all that. You can still get good rebounds because you have these teams are two good defensive type of teams. So I do like Zubac, even though he's on a back-to-back. The Magic give up the 9th most rebounds to the center position. And I had to check. He played Orlando in November, had 17 points, 12 rebounds. And then I checked his back-to-backs recently to see how he has done. And it doesn't seem to hurt him too much. So he had 26 points and 14 rebounds the last time he had a back-to-back. 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 points, 15 rebounds. So he's playing a lot of minutes right now, up in like the 35 range. But the Clippers are kind of on a mission right now to try to get out of that good playing game and get into a solidified playoff spot. So I think this will be a good game. I think there will be a lot of missed shots for someone like Zubac to grab the rebounds for. This next game is the Heat at the Wizards. The Heat right now are in the bad playing game. Wizards are obviously tanking. Andrew Wiggins is out for this one, and Chris Middleton is out for the Wizards. The Wizards are like hyper tanking now. So last game I took Alex Sarr, their rookie that they're developing. It was a close game going into the fourth, and they didn't even play him in the fourth quarter. So they definitely do not want to win games. So it's a little bit tough taking guys against them. And it's a little bit tough taking Wizards players right now just because you don't know if they're going to sit them. Especially Jordan Poole, like he's not going to play in the fourth quarter, whether it's a close game or not. Or they could surprise you. Who knows? But they want to lose games. A good matchup is the center position for the Heat, and that's Khalil Ware. They give up the 5th most points and the most rebounds to centers. He's had 4 double-doubles in the last 6 games. I called out his double-double potential the last video that I made, and he ended up with a double-double. My only worry is the last time they were in a blowout, he didn't get the double-double because he didn't get enough points. But I have checked the Wizards' history versus centers, and you can do pretty well with rebounds for centers because they miss so many shots. And if it does end up being a blowout, you have all those missed shots and those rebounds. And he's just been racking up the rebounds as of late. So if you want to go on the safer side, I would look at rebounds. If you want to get a little bit more risky with that high blowout potential, you could look at something like a double-double for Khalil Ware. And if you guys could, please like the video. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can just say anything. You could put the number 3. The 3 did great last time. And also, if you want to get away from Prizepicks, you want to try out something new with dynamic payouts, more options, all that, check out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, Parlay Play, ChalkBoard, or Better. Underdog's matching your first deposit up to $1,000. The rest are doing up to $100, and Better is matching your first bet up to $250. Promo code is fine around 11 for all that. Links are in the description. That'll take you straight there. This third game is the Jazz at the Hornets. This is an awful one. Jazz already, Jordan Clarkson's out for the year. John Collins is out. Walker Kessler is resting. Lauri Markkanen is out. Colin Sexton is questionable, but probably not going to play. So for the Hornets, LaMelo Ball out for the year. Mark Williams just rested on Sunday. The Hornets will be on a back-to-back, but I checked their box score. They played 10 guys deep, and Miles Bridges, their best player that was on the court, only played 22 minutes. So difficult to take a Hornets player, especially the good ones, because they don't want to win games either. So a guy I just want to point out who has been good for the Jazz, especially when Walker Kessler is out, is Kyle Filipowski. The last game that he played, he had 18 points and 13 rebounds. Walker Kessler was not there. He definitely rebounds a lot better when Walker Kessler is not there. Last time I had pointed him out, Walker Kessler went from out to playing, but I don't think that's going to happen this time around. At least I hope it doesn't happen this time around. But Kyle Filipowski is one of the guys I would be looking out for. Side note, something I noticed in that box score for the Hornets, Nick Smith Jr. did play a lot of minutes, and he did pretty well. But who knows? Maybe he gets 20 minutes in the second game. So I'm not going to highlight him, but just wanted to point that out. This fourth game is the Kings at the Pacers. Pacers are barely holding on to home court advantage in that 4-5 game. And then the Kings are hanging on to the last spot for the last playing game. And the guy I want to highlight here, you can take a look at your ban list. You can open up your scroll, and you're going to see his name there, but I'm going to point him out because he did have a really good stretch for the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, the Kings give up the 7th most assists to the point guard position. So he just played the Thunder. He didn't have a great game. They are an amazing defense, and he struggled. The game before that was a 50-point blowout. He didn't do too well with assists. He did a lot of scoring in that game. But before those two games that he had played, he had 12 straight games with 10-plus assists. So I think that's going to be back in play here against the Kings. With two teams who are motivated to win, at least I hope the Kings are motivated to win. This fifth game is the Celtics at the Grizzlies. Jaylen Brown is questionable for this one. The Grizzlies played their first game against the Lakers with their interim coach stepping up. They actually didn't do too bad. So before that firing, they were getting blown out by a lot of teams. Mainly the good ones that they had played recently, like over the past week, just blowout. They were getting destroyed. So they did well against the Lakers. They still lost. So now they have the Celtics here. Grizzlies are in the 5 seed, and they want to flip it to home court advantage, but they're slowly falling. And if they keep losing games, they could find themselves in a play-in game. So they need to win, and then Boston is comfortably in the 2 seed. But a matchup that I like here, a lot of the Celtics guys have good matchups. They're kind of difficult to bet on because you don't know who's going to go off when it comes to scoring. But a matchup that I like is going to be Jason Tatum for rebounds and assists. So Grizzlies give up the 6th most rebounds to the power forward position and the 7th most assist overall. And I checked his last 5 games. He had 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. So they're doing pretty well in both of those departments. If you want to just look at assist by itself, I don't know where that's going to come out at. Maybe 6.5 or something. But he's had 8, 8, 9, 6, and 8 in the last 5 games. I feel like he's distributing the ball really well, and with the great rebounding matchup, fast-paced matchup. I think rebound assists can be good for Jason Tatum. The 6th game is the Bulls at the Thunder. The Bulls their starting shooting guard Kevin Huerter is out, and then Josh Giddey is questionable. And for the Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren, the backup Jalen Williams, the center Jalen Williams are all questionable. So that's pretty much all the bigs for the Thunder. The spread is 15 points. The Bulls against the spread over the last 10 games have hit it 8 out of the last 10 games. But then you go over to the Thunder, and they've hit the spread in 9 straight games and had 5 blowouts in the last 6 games. So the Thunder are just on fire right now. The spread, 15 points. If Josh Giddey doesn't play, and you have Kevin Huerter out, they're really going to struggle to find offense. And both these teams are top 10 in pace. The Bulls play at the fastest pace in the NBA. I think that just plays into the hands of the Thunder, and they're going to be able to just get up and down and score. And this could get ugly really fast, especially if Josh Giddey isn't there. So a lot of the good matchups are there for the Thunder. You just don't know how ugly this could get. If Josh Giddey potentially plays, maybe they put up a fight, but once again, this is the team that traded him. They're going to want to shut him down and not let him have an amazing game. Before we get into these last couple of games, I want to shout out the app Novig. Now, Novig, you can bet spreads, you can bet game lines, you can bet straight bet player props. You can do all that in states that don't have sports books. This is a social sports book, so check your state on the map. I can use this in South Carolina because I don't have to drive over to North Carolina for the border and then put in my bet. I can just do this in my home, and so Novig has been great. If you want to check it out, I'm going to put it in the pinned comment. Promo code FINDAROUND11, all caps, will get you 50% off up to $25, and they'll give you $5 free just for making an account. So definitely check out Novig. I really like that app. 7th game is the Nets at the Mavericks. The Nets, Cam Johnson is questionable. The Mavericks, Anthony Davis is likely to play. The Nets, they're tanking. And Dallas is in the bad playing game right now, but they've won 4 out of their last 5. They're starting to get some confidence now with Anthony Davis back. They need to get in the playoffs just to at least, it won't justify the Luka trade, but they can at least say, hey, look, we made the playoffs. I don't know. But the Nets play at a bottom 10 pace, so they're going to really slow this game down. A lot of the good matchups are for the Nets players, but when you have one of their top scorers like Cameron Johnson questionable, who they may sit, and then they randomly sat a bunch of guys last game like Nick Claxton. There's an 11-point spread on this. I think the Mavericks could win this one pretty easily. So I'm staying away from this one. And his last game is Houston on a back-to-back at the Lakers. Tari Eason rested on Sunday, so he'll probably play on Monday. And then LeBron is probable. Houston is in the 2 seed, and the Lakers are in the 4 seed. Lakers are 3 games behind Houston right now. So the Lakers have their eye on Houston and that 2 seed. A lot of tough matchups to go around here. I think this is going to be a really good game. But a matchup that I did find that I was surprised that I found with the Rockets is they give up the 14th most points to the point guard position over the past month. So this is Luka Doncic position, obviously. But then I checked the past 2 weeks, because I know Fred VanVleet was out for a while. He came back, so I checked the past 2 weeks, and they actually got worse. So 10th most points to the point guard position. So Luka's had 30 points in 4 of the last 6 games. Those 2 that he didn't have 30, he had 25 and 29. I think this is a good spot here for Luka, but this definitely should be a good one and a fun one to watch. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there. Talk about baseball, basketball, college basketball, all that good stuff that is free. So I'm going to get this one edited and get it out to you. God bless you all. It's Final Round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.